All right, so how to do example problem. I don't really know what yeah. Okay, so let's first write this as an equation. So here's our problem at the top right here. We have a 9 and an x and a 6 on this side equals an x and an x and a 2. So all of these are added together. All these are added together, yep, because they're all adding up to a weight. So we have an x plus, and then here we have a 9 weight and a 6 weight. What's that going to be?
15.
Correct. Okay, and then we have the equal sign. And then on the other side, we have, oh, so I want to make sure I put this in the video. If I have multiple x's all adding together, so this is an x plus an x, x plus x is equal to 2 times x, or 2x. It's all one and the same. So 2x on the right side. And then we have this 2 here, so that's going to be a plus 2. Great. And so I want someone to raise their hand and tell me, what are we trying to do when we balance the equation? What are we trying to do? What's our goal?
We're trying to find what x is.
Yes, we're trying to figure out what x equals. So our equation should look something like x on one side equals whatever the rest is left. All right, so in order to do that, we want to figure out how to get an x alone. So how are we going to do that? What are we going to add or subtract or multiply or divide in order to get the x alone?
We're going to subtract 1x from 2x.
Yeah, so actually, and it doesn't matter which side you subtract it from, because like say Estella said, I want to subtract an x from this side. Well, we're going to have to subtract an x from this side too, right? We're going to have to subtract it from both, or add it to both, or multiply it to both, or divide both. So in this case, we're going to subtract 1x from both sides, because if we subtract 1x from the left side, that's going to get rid of the x. That's good for us. We don't want an x on both sides. X equals x doesn't make sense. So getting rid of this x is helpful for us. So x plus 15 minus x, the x plus x is going, the x minus x is going to cancel. So some number minus itself is nothing. Great. And then we're left with only the 15 on the left side. Great. Then we have on the right side 2x plus 2 all minus x. So 2x minus x, 2 pizzas minus 1 pizza is 1 pizza. So just an x, right? 2 x's minus 1x is equal to 1x. Well, we're actually not done yet, because don't forget about this part. This plus 2 is still here.
So it's 17.
Nope. You would have gotten it wrong. What is it? How do we get rid of this 2?
Getting rid of the x?
No, not getting rid of the x. So we want to make it so it's just x equals something, right? Right now it's x plus 2 equals something. We want to get rid of the plus 2. We want x to be alone. So how are we going to get rid of that plus 2?
Get rid of the plus 2.
Yep, how?
Minus 2.
Correct. We're going to do minus 2 on both sides. Yep. And so remember, we're balancing the equation. That means both sides need to be equal, which means if we minus 2 from the right side, we need to minus 2 from the left side so that they're equal. So x minus 2, x plus 2 minus 2 is all equal to x, right? X. And then 15 minus 2 is equal to 13. So our final answer is
13. X equals 13.
X equals 13. Yes, and we can actually double check this. So this is how I'm going to double check it. And I want you guys to double check it too. You can use a calculator when you double check it. Is on the left side. On the left side, we have 9 and a 6 and an x. And we wrote it down. That is x plus 15. So some number plus 15 should be equal to, and on the right side, we have 2 times some number plus 2, right? We wrote the equation down right here. X plus 15 equals 2x plus 2. So how we could check if we're right is we can plug in the number we found for x equals 13. We could plug that number back into our equation and make sure it makes sense. So I'm going to rewrite my equation real quick just so that it looks good. And so look, what I'm going to do is my equation is right here, right? Ooh, here's our original equation. I could write it down one more time here just so x plus 15 equals 2x plus 2. So that's our original equation. So all I'm going to do to make sure I'm correct is I'm going to replace the x's with what I think x is, 13, and make sure that they're equal to each other. That would make sure that I'm right. So I'm going to rewrite the x. I'm going to rewrite it here and replace the x with 13. So instead of x plus 15, I'm going to write 13 plus 15. And instead of 2 times x plus 2, I'm going to write 2 times 13 plus 2. There we go. And now we can figure out if these two values equal each other. So let's do it. Right here, it's at the bottom right of the screen. Wait. Okay, good. I'm sharing. Okay. 13 plus 15 is?
13 plus 15.
28. So we found out that it's 20 on the left side. And then 2 times 13 is?
What, 2 times 13?
2 times 13. Let's do it on the board.
26.
2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Yes, 26. 26 plus 2 is?
26 plus 2 is 28.
Yes, 26 plus 2 is 28. So you guys see, I checked my problem. I plugged in what I think x is back into my equation, and I got 28 equals 28, which is true. Both of these numbers equal each other, which means I'm correct.
Mr. Berry correct. The teacher correct.
Hooray! Mr. Berry knows what he's talking about. All right, so is that the end? Great.